now listening to another episode of the Liz and WTF podcast. This show is meant for entertainment purposes only and is not suitable for listeners under the age of 18 years old. So close your eyes and uncover your ears and get ready for another episode of the Never-Ending Shit Show with your host, Liz WTF. Thank you. 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 No, really, thank you. Thanking you. Thanking you. Thanking you. Everybody, welcome to the show. Before I start this tonight, this isn't going to be the longest show I've done. This will be just a quick show, because this topic has come up so much this week. We're going to talk about pedophiles. Hold on, let me put on some comfortable background music. I know pedophiles are going to be listening tonight. This show doesn't just go on Spreaker. It goes on multiple platforms, and so when I hashtag things like pedophile, or things like, NSFW, it's bound to show up, and get some really creepy people listening. So I'm going to play some of this background music for you. And get this going here. There you go. Pedophile appropriate background music. Gotta love it. So this show series is called People of the Internet. And it's called People of the Internet for a reason. The people I plan on talking about in this show aren't going to be people you were necessarily familiar with. And so they may be from Twitter, they may be from Facebook, they could be from Discord, they could be from anywhere. This show tonight, I'm going to be talking about this guy, this 27-year-old man, who has what in my opinion, is the Neverland Ranch server of Discord. And Discord allows this person, without recourse, mind you, to hold a pedophile server. Now, why do I call it a pedophile server? Call it a pedophile server for a good reason. First, he shows his genitals to children on the internet. I mean, that's usually a good sign. Spot on sign that there is some pedophile-like behavior going on there. But we captured all these screenshots of this gentleman who knows that there are these people in his server, which he advertises as a video gamer server / sex kink server. So, when you arrive into this server, you see nudes, selfies, this dude asking to play video games with someone, incest channels, anything, anime porn, anything. So, and then, like, he wants to roleplay or play role-playing, he wants to play Minecraft with me, and then you see this dude's balls just hanging out there. So, and this guy sees nothing wrong with this situation whatsoever. And I didn't know who this person was. In fact, I could care less who this person was. Where I got wrapped into this guy was through Nicole. I know you guys are all surprised. Nicole is another person on the internet who is probably cutting... Hold on, before I continue on with this sentence. I don't have a problem with overweight people. I don't. If you're overweight and you're listening to this, you do you. I'm gonna eat this protein bar and finish that because that's my dinner because I just got home. But you do you. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because you're overweight or you're chubby doesn't mean you're ugly on the outside or inside. And I'm not here to judge that. I'm going to judge this person, and I'm just going to merely describe her to you so you can get an idea of who this woman is. This woman's name is Nicole. Now, is that her real name? No, it's not, but, I'm not here to, tell you who Nicole is. You can easily get into my server and see who she is from there. In fact, apparently Judge Judy and Tom Cruise knows who she is. Because that's what this guy is promoting Nicole's server. Nicole is about cutting 350 pounds. She's zero teeth, not a tooth in her mouth. She loses her dentures frequently. She is around 40 years old. 40. It's a 40. And Nicole claims to be a hypnotist. The problem with Nicole, and to each their own, to each their own. Once again, I'm not here to judge her on the way she looks. The problem with Nicole is that she gets into these video camera chats with people she doesn't know, and she takes off her shirt. Yes, you heard that correctly. She takes off her clothes in front of people, kids, doesn't matter. She doesn't know who they are. We had kind of tried to steer Nicole away from that by probably not the most kindest means, but you want to make a point, It's gross. It's nothing that, it's something that someone wants to look at, I guess, but it's nothing that the majority of people don't want to see. In fact, when she takes off her shirt, it's really hard to tell which body part you're looking at exactly, but, so be it. She can't spell, she can barely talk, she's did that, dang one. She's horny. She's so horny. This woman is so horny. So horny, in fact, that, she is absolutely willing to take off her clothes for about anyone. She will hypnotize you, she says, with a gold watch. If you can stare at the gold watch long enough for, it's pretty easy to get distracted by the gums in her mouth and the goofiness of the giggles. She takes off her shirt but leaves her headphones on, that kind of stuff. The woman herself is, without the nude part of it, is kind of gold as a person, if you ask me. But, anyway, so she takes off her clothes, and it's not anything anybody really wants to look at. But she does this in front of children. And we told her this. She's open servers, closed servers, open servers, closed servers, and, each time she mucks it up and she trusts the wrong people, and there's children around, minors. When I say children, I mean minors. If you're 19 and listening to this, and you're like, I can look at Nicole naked, and it'd be, no, just don't. And anyone probably 30 and under viewing this woman nude is a child, if you ask me. So that's all appalling. It will ruin your innocence. But anyway, I digress. She didn't like that we didn't want anything to do with her. She was running amok, and we had kind of gotten sick of the drama of this individual on the internet, and that's a hard thing to do, considering, who we all kind of hang out with each other here. That's an interesting thing for us to go, okay, we're sick of this drama. We don't, you're not cool. You're not doing things that we appreciate or whatever. And so we decided to block Nicole, and not have anything to do with her. So I go about my business working and living my life, like probably most of you do. And not really thinking of this woman. Well, next thing you know, this man that runs this server called Kink Jitsu. You can find on Discord. You can go search it publicly. You can go find it. This guy Dan. Okay. Starts writing. I get told that this man is writing a book about me. And a book meaning a big post about me. And this is clearly stemming from Nicole. Now, mind you, I haven't been around these places, for a minute, because I have this thing called a life. And I'm just busy. I'm a busy person. So, This guy is I made it onto his troll list. But before I even get to the troll list, I'm noticing this gentleman's server. And I'm like, who is this person that's talking about me? And I'm just kind of looking around, and I'm like, well, this is a really messed up individual. This guy is inviting whoever publicly. He's advertising a video game server. You can go into his server, select roles of which video games you play, whether it's Sims, could be The Sims. I know all you adults out there spend a lot of time playing The Sims. Minecraft, Red Dead Redemption, all these different video games. You can select your role with that, and then you can go down and select your role underneath that, and decide if you're into anal, BDSM, incest, sexually frustrated, whatever the case may be. And I'm sitting here going, wow, you jump from video games to kinks like that, huh? You can decide, you can tell them, select a role if you're, straight, transgender, you don't know what you are, homosexual, bisexual, whatever, and what you like. And so you're like, wow, okay, let's select 5 million roles here and scroll through. This guy has no idea who I am. He thinks he knows who I am. He doesn't have any idea who I am. And then come to find out that, a bunch of us have been in this server. Anyway, but so we're like, okay, all right, who's this gentleman? So I make it in there. I'm like, who is this gentleman? And I'm like, wow, this is the Neverland Ranch of Discord. If this guy's server were a place in real life, it would be a home that is advertising like video game competition, and you walk in and you're in a sex dungeon and you can't get out. That is literally what this guy is running on a virtual platform. And so I'm like, well, this isn't cool. And so I go to his troll list, and before I continue on with the story, I'm going to go ahead and go to a quick song break. These are all themed. This is all kid themed. This is fun. This is kid themed tonight. I'll be right back. I'm going to go to a quick song break.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
It's a sunny day, we got some time to stay. Hey, 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 and everything's okay. It's a sunny day, we got some time to stay. Hey, 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 and everything's okay. Hot sun, the rain's gone, we gonna have a lot of fun. All I serve you got a smiling face for everyone. Life can be so beautiful when you stop the judging. You'll just be free. It's a sunny day, we got some time to stay. Hey, 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 and everything sunny day, we got some time to stay. Hey, 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 and everything's okay. It's a sunny day, we got some time to stay. Hey, 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 and everything's okay. Hot sun, the rain's gone, we gonna have a lot of fun. Now all our sorrows are gone, a smiling face for everyone. Life can be so beautiful when you stop to judge and hope. Just be free. It's a sunny day, we got some time to stay. Hey, 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 and everything's okay. It's a sunny day, we got some time to stay. Hey, 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 and everything's okay. It's a sunny day, we got some time to stay. Hey, 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 and everything's okay. It's a sunny day, we got some time to stay. Hey, 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 and everything's okay.
And we're back. Sorry, if I don't keep the children's music playing, then the pedophiles won't come listen to me. You know, it's a cause and effect thing. So, I don't know if you guys are aware, if this is the first time you're listening to my show, then this is, then you've been unaware. But apparently I have quite the reputation out there. And I always laugh at these because, it's like when you whisper something in someone's ear and, you know, gets down 20 people down the line. It's completely wrong. So this guy, and once again, before I, you know, went on my little thing and did whatever, I didn't know who this guy was. You know, I haven't really been around. I get mistook for other people frequently. Apparently I have a troll army. This is great. You know, it's actually very flattering for people to think I have an army. It just turns out that I'm a likable person, and they're not. That usually seems to be the case. But, you know, I digress. So, I made it onto this guy's troll list, and this is before I even knew who he was. He calls me offender number 3. The offenders before me is a woman named Mandy and a gentleman named Lars. And at this point I don't know what the heck is going on, but I keep going. Here is my description. This is good. Haven't been around. My name is Liz. He knows that. My Discord alias is. He has no idea. He doesn't even know my real account. The description of my offenses on this pedophile's Discord server. Alright, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit more so you guys can hear me. This is how he describes me. This one takes the cake by far. This is the one who has conclusively proven that it is indeed possible to somehow be even more deranged than Mandy. There we go. But how can we describe this particular case in her best light? In my best light. She is basically a goddess. Thank you. A polished, high-class dominatrix. Now he starts. There he goes. He just crashed and burned on that one. That's nothing like me. Whom poor Indian boys look up and tremble while on their knees as they look up to her in fear and cry out Kali Ma right before she reaches in and rips their hearts out. I was reading that and I was like, well, he forgot that I'm wealthy. And what can you say? Someone's bet. I don't even know. Whatever, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, you were expecting that we were going to insinuate that she's the type who's surrounded by simps begging for her bobs and vagine? Sorry, but no. Oh, God. I'm sorry, hold on. Sorry, but no. She's perhaps a bit too quote-unquote mature for that. Even though she has presumably had her heyday, we take it that it must have been like back in the days of Buddha, and thus she's old enough to understand the references. If you don't know who Buddha is and you're young or old, then there's something else going on with you, because I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Buddha is. And I don't know about whatever references he's talking about, but apparently that's his way of calling me old. So now I'm old. I guess I'm too mature for people to beg for my bobs and vagine. But I don't know. I guess I don't see. Do people beg for my bobs and Dennis does. Dennis, you beg for my bobs and vagine. Dennis is my number one chatter right now. This ancient immortal most likely raises the average age of Discord trolls all by herself. So once again, he comes down to age. This age thing. I don't know why people think this guy is close in age with me. So I don't know why he thinks. Except for I don't show my genitals to children specifically on the internet. He does, but I don't. So it's whatever. All right. He goes, imagine for a moment coming home, delving into the depths of your basement to find your mother, pale as snow, her eyes glued to a computer screen as she licks her lips in satisfaction and giggles like a gremlin. I do kind of giggle like a gremlin sometimes. Once again, he has me... clearly he's never seen me. There's no way, because I am tan. I have tan skin. Because I get out into the sun. Because I have the money to do that. I work. I take care of my body really well. I always have. I don't show my genitals to children on the internet, so I don't really have a lot of stress in my life. And like my career is just an amazing one, so whatever. But he keeps going. He goes, it's feeding time. A bloodthirsty vampire. She sucks on the life force of all who come into contact with her, as she can't seem to find another way to sustain her existence than making people miserable. Is she even capable of some self-reflection? She can't seem to see it. Am I capable of self-reflection? I am capable of self-reflection. In fact, I am a very spiritual person, and so I'm constantly self-reflecting and, looking to God for guidance. I do this a lot. Look to God for guidance, and I'm a very laid-back person. I do poke fun at internet tards, absolutely, but that's because of things like this. So I can't even with some of this sometimes. And it's one of these things where it's like every time I read about myself, because guys like this, whether it's a guy or a girl, they come around, these cycles come in and out of play. So they come into my life and then they leave, and then they come in and then they leave, and then they like ditch a server and go try to start a hate Liz club, and then it fails because then they go, oh no, most people think I'm not whoever these people say I am, and but whatever, I digress. The type of California girl, so he knows I'm in California. Yeah, you know what? Ozzy Andrew, he does play a lot of Dungeons & Dragons, and I will get back to that comment here in a second. But he does know I'm in California. He thought he was being clever here by saying he knew I was in California, but I don't hide. I have a public podcast. You guys are listening to it right now. I have a Twitter account. I have a Facebook. I will give you my phone number. I don't care. I'm not hiding from you. And if you're a pedophile and you're mad at me, then I really do hope you know where I'm at, because I really don't care about you. So, you can get upset all you want. The type of California girl whose idea of being unforgettable is to dox you, and dox you again. You must have heard the DJ Fatmo remix of Dox You for Liz. But that's Allison saying she's gonna dox me. That's not me. And on the dox thing, I don't go around just doxing people. What usually happens, most of the time, if not all the time, actually all the time, if it's someone on the internet, and I go find out who they are, and I don't need an army to do this, but if I go find out who they are, it's because they've threatened me. And that's all it usually takes. I'm all for trolling. You know, I'm all for hanging out, and I don't care who you are. I can hang out anonymously with people all day long. I really don't care who you are. I don't care what your deal is. I just want to have fun. Other people aren't like that. Some people are, but there's a great few who aren't. And if you get them mad, they will try to find you. They'll start making threats at you and stuff. Well, me being who I am and the things that I do for a career, which makes, once again, wonderful money. I'm tan and blonde and young. I'm in shape. You know? I mean, I'm ugly and all that, but still. But, you know, for that, I don't really care. Anyway, people get really upset. They get really, really, really upset, and so they start making threats, and they go, I'm going to get you, blah, blah, if you say something they don't like, or, you're incessant like I am. And so, in that case, when they start making actual threats to me, that's when I'm like, all right, and I give them a couple warnings. I go, hey, you're not going to want to do that. I'm a really bad person to threaten that way. Just don't. And it's not as much as it gets under my skin, but it does present a challenge to me in a way, and I kind of find it almost fun, and they lose every time. So it's just, and these people are like, I'm going to ruin your life because you called me ugly. Well, there's nothing here for you to ruin. Everything I own is in a trust account. I don't work for, I work for myself. I work for somebody else, but I don't lie to people in my life, and therefore I don't have anything to hide. So you're not going to ruin my life. There's nothing you could send me a pizza, give you my address. You can make, but you're not going to. But that's not the same for these people that threaten me. Their situation is not the same as mine. And so they do have something to lose. And, I'm like, I tell them, I'm like, hey, we could both play this game, but you're really going to want to rethink this. I'm not this asshole you think I am. You're going to want to rethink your stance here. And they don't. They get so mad they can't go outside. I go, oh, fuck it, two can play this game, and I guess what? I come out on top every single time. And so, there you go. What always gets me going is I love it when pedophiles threaten me. Because I don't like pedophiles. In fact, I help locate missing children in sex rings. And sex traffic rings. So you can say I don't enjoy pedophiles at all. In fact, out of all the things I hate, I really hate them the most. I think it's inappropriate that what this man is doing by having a video game server and a sexual kink server, therefore inviting children on the internet in there, I think it's extremely inappropriate. I think him showing his genitals to children, knowing there's children in there, is inappropriate. I don't agree with pedosexual movements. I don't agree that we should be so quiet about it. I don't agree with any of that wholeheartedly. It really, really, really upsets me, and it gets a fire going underneath me every time, because I've seen the results of that, and it's never going to be okay with me. So this is the man right here saying, I'm a doxer and that I'm apparently this horrible person. And I can be to people like him. He's good. He sees a side of me that most people don't others see, but he's a pedophile. I am not. So, there you go. Here we go. So we'll continue on with this. Doxy again. Over the course of countless years of experience, she's accumulated piles upon piles of victims. I don't know who these piles of victims are. Let's see. Who have I doxed? Allison doxed herself. posted her address and all that in the server one time. So there you go. Lauren thinks I doxed her. I don't care enough about... I keep forgetting Lauren exists, to be honest. But she thinks I doxed her. I did find Paul. Yeah. But Paul was making all these threats towards me and said, "You could never find me. I dare you." So I said, okay, well, it wasn't that hard. I found this Dan guy. I did find him. Did I dox Nicole? No. She doxed herself. She wasn't hard to find. Nicole had DM'd me all of her information one time, so that's not doxing her. What else? I don't know. I don't know where these piles came from. I don't really have a lot of piles. I could go out and dox anybody, but I don't. I have this thing, once again, called a life, and I don't care about internet people most of the time. Alright, fitting right in with Furry Dom. She seems to like to get off playing the Chupacabra. She seems to get off playing role-playing Chupacabra. She tells herself that she's actually stealthy, stalking her victims and searching for their whereabouts and trying to contact their close ones. This guy, once again, I don't know where he's getting this, but... she's part of the gang of pirates who call themselves the Island Misfits. Am I part of the Island Misfits server? Do you guys consider me part of your gang? I don't think so. That's most people in there would find that offensive. They do not associate with me like that. We don't think they're all that bad. But there's a pedophile in there too. That's why he doesn't think there's all that bad. And Frank is a convicted pedophile. So I mean, Frank, don't worry, I'm not gonna tell him anything. But I can see why this guy doesn't think it's all that bad. We don't think they're all that bad, but that's where her minions seem to be. I have minions, that's right. Although they're few in number. They are few in number, because I don't really have minions. I'm just myself, clown. She says an obsession for Mistress Nicole. Well, I wouldn't call it an obsession. I would say that Mistress Nicole is upsetting because she strips down naked in front of children on the internet. What don't you understand about that? We think she's envious of Nicole because of her hypnotic prowess. Nicole's hypnotic prowess. Nicole gets on camera without her dentures in, so it's all bitter beer face, like a 400-pound bitter beer face. And pulls out this dirty watch. She sits on a mattress. That has a bunch of dog period blood stains on it and poop. And she sits on there and flops a gold watch out. There's like a butt in her armpit. That's what it looks like a baboon's butt in this girl's armpit. And she said she's gonna help you with your problems, and when she thinks she has you hypnotized, she tries to hypnotize you into thinking she's sexy. Like, that's legit what this woman does. And she does it to children. She does it to adults too, but she does it to children. So I guess I am jealous of this. She wishes she could hypnotize her own followers from saying too much. What does that even mean? If he's looking for things that my followers say, they don't lie about things. They will tell you they hate me as much as they tell you they like me, if they like me or if they hate me. There's a whole fucking internet out there. I've been doing this shit for years. A failed gold digger. I'm a failed gold digger. Hold on. A failed gold digger. Where did the rest of this go? This continues on. Apparently I'm a failed gold digger. Which I didn't even know. I didn't know it was a gold. I don't need money. What's the point of gold digging? If you have money. There's no, if anything, I guess people gold dig me. Well, whatever. Okay. A failed gold digger, she seems to have found success elsewhere, like digging her own grave. I don't know what that means. Alright, additional commentary. Our sources report that she was sighted in a Chinese wet market right before the outbreak of coronavirus. This guy is clever. Clever. We hypothesize that she is the source of the plague. It probably went down like this. An old local with poor vision from his old age probably mistook that vagina with its musk for bat soup stew, and that's how the virus made the jump from a blood-sucking bat to humans. She seems to have a habit of accusing other people of being pedophiles. Could this be a case of projection? First of all, I'm hideous, so clearly everybody I have sex with has to have poor vision, or else I would never get laid. But secondly, accusing other people of being a pedophile. Sir, you show your genitals to children on the internet. I'm just going to repeat this one more time. You've shown your penis to kids as young as 13 years old. 13 years old. You show your penis and going up to 17. You know they're around. We've seen it. We've all seen it at this point. I told you I was going to tell everyone this. You show your penis to children on the internet. Then there was the butt picture. And then so I go, yes, one second. Yes, it does. Oh, shut up. I'm doing a show. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, actually, before this. But sir, you literally show your penis to children on the internet. You have a server that you invite children in to play video games with you, and it's a sexual kink server, and then you talk about incest. Like, what is wrong with you? Do you think it's okay? That's right. Nicole also did threaten us this evening. This is from Nicole. This is what's happening. I have had enough of your shit. I'm done being harassed by you. People can't tell if you're a man or a woman. Actually, you look more manly. So with that in mind, remember, I will bring the police into this. No more hesitation. Since what I've done wasn't wrong. But what you are doing is cyberbullying. It is a crime. Back off, bitch. Last warning before I call the police. Nicole, Dan, you show your nude bodies to children on the internet. Please make a police report. Please do. Oh, Eric. Eric just asked who Nicole is. Let's invite Eric. Eric, if you can come into King's server. You can say. But before that, once again, I have to. This show is about pedophiles tonight. Pedophiles on Discord. And before I continue with the rest of the story, I'm going to go ahead and give you a song. This one's an anime song. It's to go to the Kink Jutsu server. Because it's, once again, this is all child themed tonight. So here you go. So that rant that I just went off of, or read off on the last, before this last anime child music break, was a description of me, apparently, from this guy I've never met, had no previous interactions with before this, but he was complained to by Mistress Nicole about me, and there you go. And I haven't even been around. I haven't been around much at all. I was on Debbie's show recently. That was the last show I did. I was talking to Debbie Dan. So, but I've just been busy. And that show was so pleasant, it kind of shell-shocked me in a weird way. So, but yeah, that's how I was described. It's been very comical to watch. So I'm reporting this guy on Discord, and I didn't do a ton of reporting. Other people have. Clearly they're upset about what he's been posting, and he's clearly misinformed about who he's talking to. The guy's just, his head is a bag full of cats at this point. And I'm drugged into the middle of this by Nicole somehow. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna report every sexual thing I see him talking to a child in. And we drag him into one of Nicole's old servers, and we go, hey, Dan, why do you like showing your balls to children on the internet? And he's just lighting up, and he's like, I'm collecting all this evidence, and blah, blah, blah. We're doing our thing, we're posting the memes, the evidence that we have, where he's showing he literally showed his dick to kids on the internet. So he had all the screenshots. So we were posting about it, and he's like, I'm collecting all this evidence. Well, next thing you know, my account gets disabled, and I'm not really doing anything. My account's been disabled before, and I've done something, and I totally will admit to it. And I'm sitting there and going, okay, wait a minute, hold on, I haven't really done much here except for call this guy a pedophile, which he clearly is, and so I'm a little confused off this. And I noticed this guy still has his account up even after the reporting that's gone on. And this is on Discord. This is where children come to play games. The intention of Discord is for playing games for kids. Okay, we use it for podcasting. People have their other uses for it, but the main intention for Discord is for kids and video game playing. And so I'm like, well, hey, wait a minute. Like, what is going on here? So I take it to Twitter. At first I emailed Discord, didn't hear back, so I take it to Twitter and I go, hey, Discord, why are you enabling or allowing this man to show his genitals to children on your platform? And, I started getting into this debate with Discord publicly on Twitter. And I'm like, why is my account disabled? But, we've shown you the proof where, this guy is a danger. He's a danger on your platform, and you haven't done anything about it. Yes, I am. I am going to have you guys on, and just after I finish up this story, I'm going to go into Kings' server. I'm going to go into that voice chat, since that's where everybody's at. But I'm like, why, why? Well, all of a sudden, this Dan dude comes on, and he starts responding to me on Twitter, saying you have no proof, and all this kind of like, oh, well, yeah, no, hold on, we do. So I start posting, he goes, I start posting the proof out there with him, and he's like, oh, my server is an 18 plus server, and like underneath there's a screenshot of him going, all right, if you just look over 18, we don't need to verify that you're 18, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm sitting here like, oh my god, just making him look like an idiot the entire time. Well, next thing you know, this guy in his server renames himself my 16-year-old's gamer tag. So he thinks that he has me, but in actuality, he's just stalking another kid. And so I go in there and I'm like, this guy clearly loves kids. Look, he's even following my 16-year-old around now. And he just starts losing it over and over and over and over and over. And, but the point is that the Discord, I mean, you can go look at the back and forth on my Twitter. It's Liz and WTF Podcast. On Twitter, you could see the back and forth there. It's public for everyone to see. All the pedo haters and all those groups that, I'm involved in, I'm tagging them all over the place. But, the most appalling thing, and the principle of the matter was, he is still active on Discord, and Discord is supporting him being active, and Discord is not supporting people being against this. And there's a problem with that. And this seems to be a really common thing going on right now when it comes to social media, is the overall acceptance of sexual behavior towards children, because people are beginning to see it, or they want to see it as some kind of disease. They feel bad. You should feel good about being who you are, even if it's sexually geared towards children, and there's something wrong with that. We all have these, this internal scale and this gauge, I should say, the right and wrong. Something's wrong, don't do it. And that if you feel the need to be sexual and towards children, even if you feel that way, you should still know it's wrong. Being like that is wrong. You should not be like that. You showing your penis to a child, you should know it's wrong. And, sir, I've told you it's wrong, and you still are over here arguing that it's right. No. You showed your penis to children on the internet. You know what you did. You're still doing it, and you're still defending yourself. You're wrong. You're not gonna be right about this. So, you're gonna have to try again. But we accept it. People are really accept it. They feel bad for him. They feel bad for this guy. Something must have happened to him. Some kind of circumstance. Maybe he was sexually stuff. Maybe he has an arrested development from something that happened to him. Maybe this is Dan. This is that King Jitsu server, the guy that wrote that stunning piece about me. Once again, he forgot I had money. He said, and then he went. Then he was on Twitter calling me a professional doxer. I made a career out of doxing, I guess. I'm like, what am I? Like, these people really, blow me up. The rumors of all the things I'm capable of are interesting. They're very interesting. Mostly because they think I care about them for some reason. I don't know. I usually find that people like that tend to drown themselves, and who gives a shit. But anyway, once again, I digress. But, for him, I'm actually his worst nightmare. Because he's a pedophile. But, we all have this gauge, what is right and what is wrong. And for some reason, we didn't want to hurt the pedophiles' feelings so much that we're putting those children at risk over it. And we're not even slightly concerned about how this kind of stuff affects them. Or what it's doing to them. You're 13 years old and you're seeing a 27-year-old man's penis on the internet when you're playing Minecraft. Nobody's thinking about this child. They're only thinking about how bad they feel for this pedophile. And there's something absolutely wrong with that. And there's something wrong with Discord not taking a stance of that. I mean, I don't care. You don't like the way I approach this pedophile? Fine, I'll disable my account. I don't give a shit. But do something about this. This is wrong on all accounts. This guy's like, it's a private server. You are publicly listed on Discord. You're a liar. You are a total liar right now. I did not show my... Yes, you did. We have the screenshots. We have the screenshots of you knowing there's minors in there. But he's over there, which I assume is the reason why society feels bad for people like that. Like, poor me, poor me, poor me. So, whatever. Once again, we'll go to one more quick commercial break, and then I'm going to go ahead and take it to Discord. I'm going to voice and see what the panel says. I will see you guys here really soon. I'm just gonna turn it down. It's such a good beat. It's Pedophiles' #1 song in the pedophile charts. The alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. #1, 2021 pedophile charts music. All right, we're gonna bring it into Discord. With that, we're gonna hear from Mandy. We're gonna hear from Mandy, who might be Liz, probably Liz. Am Liz. We're from Dennis. Hey, Jimmy, I know you're in there. Let's refrain from using the N-word tonight. If I have to do a bunch of editing on the show, I'm really irritable about it. Scott Greer. All right, everyone. We have a warm welcome to everybody.
You are, and so that would definitely fit in with the multiple other people
in the Discord. In the Discord chat. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Everyone here knows that they're on a podcast, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
We have somebody who actually reported.
What's a podcast? It's nothing. Nobody listens.
Have I ever done a podcast, Liz?
With me?
No, myself.
I don't know.
Am I gonna?
You don't know. I've gone out of the way to listen to multiple of your shows, which I've enjoyed greatly. Actually, I think you're pretty good. But you've never heard one of mine, and Rye Breads?
No, I've heard you on other people's shows, but I've never heard your show.
Mandy, tell her about my show.
I will tell her about it afterwards. It has nothing to do with the subject matter for here, but we do have someone. I don't mean to cut that off, Scott, but we do have someone here, though, Liz, that did do a report on that whole thing. That I'm not even sure that they even know was a person that was there that was highly offended.
Yeah, it's an offensive thing. Tell me about your experience.
Wait, with what?
Please don't say her name. She doesn't want to be outed.
Yeah, you're fine. But yeah, they're talking about the server, the kink server, the video game / kink server, the Neverland Ranch of the internet.
The pedophiles.
The pedophiles.
Fucking nasty. Wait, we're talking about is it the Goon place?
Mm-mm.
What is it?
The kink jutsu's place. The guy, he has one of those leather things for his wrist in case somebody gets at him with a sword. He could block him like Dungeons and Dragons.
It's for his samurai. He'll block it. His airbender moves, you know?
His airbender.
Oh my god.
No, it's about, Nicole. Whenever you came across Nicole and you were disgusted by what you heard.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I was like, Mandy told me everything about, like, a lot of things about Nicole. And just hearing that is just, like, it just pisses me off because I know I've ran into people like that being on Discord or when I was younger on TeamSpeak. If anybody knows what TeamSpeak is, it's kind of like Discord, but it's much older than Discord. It's like a talking, so like a place where you go talk to people like Discord. But I would go there when I was like around 13 and I would talk to people, but I met people like that on TeamSpeak and Discord, and it's just people who were looking for self-pity and attention, and I hate that stuff. And me and Mandy, we were trying to plan out how we fuck with her and how she gets upset if people give me attention and not her.
She goes, having a bad day.
Yeah. Another girl's getting attention but me. Well,
that's why she gets her tits out.
Yeah, it blows my mind. So she starts taking off her shirt, and you're like, hey, now. First of all, I'm an adult and I don't want to see that. But wait a minute. With me, I saw it and I'm like, hold on. It would take me a solid minute to figure out what I was looking at. There was that much of her taking up the camera. You're like, what, are you baking something? No, that's your body. That's not dough. That's your body. Is that is that chicken? Oh shit! No, that's you.
I've seen more like than her fucking kids. It's so good.
But it's wrong. And she's like, I didn't do nothing. It's like, you did.
You're showing your body to children. What are you talking about?
But it's like, where did we decide? She's a 40-year-old woman, which means she was around in the 80s for that whole, pedophiles are wrong. You know, come on. Like a JC Dugard got kidnapped. Like kidnapping in the 80s was a huge problem, and he was on this. So Nicole was around during that time, and so
what?
Yeah.
So
you're on the podcast now.
You're on the podcast, King. And so I'm like, why are you unaware of yourself and what you're doing and how that's wrong and how that affects other people? And the thing that she's like, okay, I'll hypnotize you to lose weight. Nicole will hypnotize you apparently to do anything. I'll hypnotize you to sleep better. And then you go, oh, okay. And then you go in there, and all of a sudden we're like, yeah, you're not hypnotizing anyone, lady. But when she thinks she has you under, she goes, okay, now you're going to put on a diaper and pee in it for me. And you're like, what did I just hear?
Can I just bring up this, though, of where all of this kind of derived from and started? She started her own Discord channel. And on there, you know, none of us were aware of who was there, but we were aware of the things that were posted. And even though it was very disturbing for someone her age to be doing that, whenever it came to our attention that there was a 14-year-old child in there and a 17-year-old, we were like, whoa. We brought it to her attention. She freaked out, got rid of it, and then got another one. And then the 17-year-old and the 14-year-old are still there because she was told 14 with where the child's from is legal. But on this platform, it's not legal, you know, it's illegal. And then we find out that she's in another server where they have a 17-year-old kid there posting and looking at other adults posting their nudes. It's just inappropriate. And to me, in my mind, it says that something's clearly not right with her mentally, that she can be in a server, create it, then transfer the two kids again over because, well, it's my server, I can do what I want. Okay, yeah, but you have to also think about, you know, not only what's ethical here, but like what's legal, and that's not legal to do that.
Right.
So
I do have to ask Liz a question, if I may.
Dennis, this better be in line with the topic. This better not be asking me about me being naked.
No.
You laugh.
No.
You laugh,
no.
but...
Apparently, Liz found Nicole from somewhere, and she passed her off to Nicole off to me.
No. Marshall.
She's a hypnotizer. Oh, she was a hypnotizer person or something. How'd that happen?
I don't know. I don't know. It's something she's always
it was weird.
I don't know. Nicole,
but for her to use her hypnosis and hypnoptizing people to do sexual acts, that's also inappropriate. Because are you doing that to children as well?
That's called.
Of course she is.
And then in that kink server, they go in voice chat and they watch a girl play her video games while they all jerk off. Like they jerk off on voice chat with each other.
Yes, that is so weird. I wanted to fucking burn my eyes. I wanted to fucking.
That is called rape by coercion. You know, she goes there, I'm going to help you try to get some sleep. Next thing you know, she thinks you're under. She's taking off her clothes and trying to hypnotize you into doing sexual acts. And, you know, that is rape by coercion. You're absolutely right.
It's inappropriate for a 40-year-old lady to do that to it's somebody that's 17.
Yeah.
It's just inappropriate. Like, aren't you an adult here? I mean, are you not mentally there to be? That's where it's just frustrating. It's just like either you're really stupid or you know what you're doing, but you're playing behind that screen
scenario.
I don't know any better. And it's like, you do know better because, I mean, come on. We all know the rules of the internet. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Right. Can not be charges brought upon them? Right? Like, I'm sure they're already being investigated.
Well, the threatening to bring the police in, go ahead. Do it. Because I would love to show them all the information and all the evidence I have to help you out.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
and
Towanda Nation.
Pardon me?
We know Fried Green Tomatoes, that when she says Towanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, Towanda Nation.
If Nicole were a Pixar character, she would be Mater, but like the size of a semi.
No, she'd be one of those fat bitches from Wall-E.
Good movie.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is that she constantly lies.
She can't spell. This woman can't spell.
The thing is, she lies all the time about everything, and it's like, okay, well, we have the proof of it. Bring in the police. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll help you. Because I feel guilty as is holding all the shit that I have, and I haven't made a report on it. Like, let's go, bring it, bring on the police.
Bitch. You know the excerpt you posted where she's like, "This is what's happening." She didn't write that because that is spelled correctly, and so therefore somebody
hesitation
wrote that for
is
her.
what made me question if she wrote it or not. Because there's no way she can. If she was spelling pedophile as pedophile. And she couldn't spell that, and I understood that. And so when I saw hesitation, I thought someone else wrote that for her, because the threat, that was cute. So if you're going to threaten something like that, then either fucking do it or I'll do it for you.
Yeah, I'm not afraid, I guess. Over the years, if a pedophile is mad at me, then it's not a bad day.
Exactly. Like, what are you going to do? You don't want to bring the police involved? I mean, that's the thing.
Child porn? I mean, I don't know this for certain. That's why I'm asking. Because that's a federal crime, and I think federal
they shall be
is
red
too
flagged.
good for her.
I don't know if she's post child porn. I don't know about that, but I know that she had those children in her Discord server.
She's been on camera with people. I was in there one time, and this guy came in there, and he's like, "I'm 14," and she continued to take off her shirt, and I left, and I was like, "I'm out. I'm out of here."
Wow!
And that was in her server. Yeah, and
on this age verification is a joke
he wrote
too.
me afterwards. He's like, "I can't believe she just did that." And I'm like, hey man, I don't want you to think I'm any part of that. That's why I left, But he's like, I can't believe she just did that. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. And he was looking for diet tips. But it wasn't like he was like trolling her for diet tips. But she was like, well, I can hypnotize you. And he was like, okay. And so he was like, thinking it was funny that she was going to try to hypnotize him for diet tips because of who she is. And all of a sudden she's taking off her clothes and he's like, I'm 14. And I was like, I'm out, And I was like, nope. And he got out of there and he was like, I can't. And she just kept going and she stayed in there even after that. So, I don't know.
She fucking lives on the internet, it seems like, from what I'm told.
Oh, apparently she takes care of her mother. I think we should do a call to her mother to see if she's still alive. And then Nicole, she burnt her stomach. And then showed those pictures all over the internet, too. But nobody could really tell what it was, so it wasn't that offensive. Because it was just such a big area.
Well, Liz, you have that little... You have that paragraph where it talks about the whole, if you post pictures and all that kind of stuff, that it's not illegal for people to take screenshots of it and share it.
Yeah.
Or anything, because it's property of Discord. It's no longer your property,
Yeah, exactly. Because what it is, it's a public forum. And so when you're advertised on places like Discord, and which means you can get into a server, which means you don't have to really go through verification process. It's a publicly listed server. My server, you have to go through, it puts you in a vetting room, and you can't have access to anything unless we let you in one by one. This one, it's a similar deal, except for you can self-verify. And so, therefore, you go in there and you go, I want to have a pink-colored name, and I want to play Minecraft, and I like anal. And, it's one of those. And so it opens up all these channels to you.
Sorry.
So it's not like mine. You let yourself into theirs. And mine, someone has to let you in. But theirs, it's, you let yourself in once you get in there. So it's a public server. But they try to loophole that. But nonetheless, if I go in there and say I'm a 13-year-old... and Nicole takes off her shirt in front of me, and I'm like, you're disgusting, I'm screenshotting this, I'm sending it to my mom. There's nothing that she can do about it, because she was in a public place showing somebody else on this platform that she was taking off her clothes. It'd be no different from her meeting me at the park, flipping up her shirt while I had my camera out. Walking in front of my, and
with your kids, while you're walking your kids through the playground.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and then she goes, and then if I go show someone going, oh my god, look at this lady at the park, she can't go, you can't do that, that's illegal. Yes, I can. This is a public place. You walked in front of my camera, and you did that. No, she's stupid. She's so stupid. And this Dan guy who just thinks everything he's doing is okay. He's like, it's totally cool for me to show my penis to kids.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
that's totally fine. Yeah. No problem there.
I just don't know where this became appropriate and when it became okay, because we felt so bad for the pedophile that we forgot about the kids.
Well, yeah, exactly. And we don't focus on the kid, because you do realize a kid that's mentally destroyed and ruined like that, whether they're molested or even groomed in that way, it's like technically you're murdering them, right? Because they will never be the fucking same after that ever again, and it will always be with them. You know, either in the front or the forward. Like, you know, it's always going to be in their memory and in their mind, and it's going to cause them fucking issues whenever they get older.
How old is this guy?
Just ask Corey Feldman.
Oh, the
That
guy's
guy,
fucking like
he's 27 years old. He just turned 27 in March.
Yeah.
So he's 27.
Just ask Corey Feldman everything that he goes through every single day because
Exactly.
of being groomed
And he
all this
struggles
stuff.
he will struggle the rest of his life
Yeah,
because of how damaging it was to him. And it's not just damaging memory wise, it's physical, emotional. There's always going to be something that's going to trigger him back to the very moment, and he will never be able to let go of that. So whenever you have people who are grooming children online, or these pedophiles, or these child, you know, rapists and molesters, they are basically killing these children, and it's not seen that way because people are like, oh, you know, well, pedophiles and all that, they're humans, they have rights. Well, so do these fucking kids.
no, pedophiles
Yeah,
can go
we
fucking
forget
die.
about the rights
They're
of
gonna
these
always
children.
have.
Yeah,
The loss of
they
innocence,
destroy
can't
their
ever
psychological.
unsee that. They can't
like
ever
everything.
unsee that. The loss of innocence is now there, and they can't ever unsee that. That 13-year-old he
Exactly.
That's right.
he showed his
You know,
dick to can never unsee
And I feel
that
bad for
now.
people like Corey Feldman because I've watched the documentaries and I've heard him talk of how he feels, and you know that he is forever going. And it's sad because people will work through it. They work through it, and what helps them is to speak about it, right? But it doesn't cure it for them. It
No,
helps.
it doesn't
but
erase their memory.
Exactly, it's always going to be there,
Yeah.
and it could be the smallest fucking thing. It could be a balloon
Little
popping
trigger.
that triggers him. You know,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. It's always going to be with him, and that's a sad thing. And I think it's shit because the law and everybody's like, well, you know, these pedophiles, they have rights and stuff like that. They have human rights, but they forget about these kids. So do these fucking kids have rights? You know?
yeah, they have rights too.
There's
Can I
just-
just say the fucking theme with all these fucking pedophiles? The reason why they do this is because they're fucking depressed. Or like, I don't know, I was in a dark place. Wham wham. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and you're just creating more dark
Yeah.
places for these other people. And now you're creating generations of dark places, you know, and
Like,
where
I
does it
don't-
end?
yeah.
Where does it stop? You know, where's the line being drawn here? And the thing that really got me the most was my account was disabled before this Dan guy's was. And so I go, Discord, what are you doing? Like, what exactly are you doing here? You know what this platform is used for. You know what the intent of this platform, your platform, which is to play games, and you are allowing this to go on. You disabled my account for calling him out. And, you know, what is this? What is this? You know,
Well, and that's the other thing too is they completely ignore that and they allow it, and it's like Discord. You know your audience. You know the age range of your audience, and these people. And the other thing too, Discord has been in the news for the whole Capitol riots. And now they're also in the news because they've realized, oh shit, we got pedophiles on here now grooming children, because you can't really identify or know the age of somebody.
yeah, and just let him like run free and run rampant.
That's
You
it.
know,
Just wanted
you know,
to comment.
and that's the
you know,
thing. Like you and me in this server and in the other server, like there's no question because we have to individually let someone in. You know, and it's people we know. We know their age. You know, this self-rolled, self-identifying, and then here's my ding dong child.
Oh,
It's like,
I go
oh
through
my
heavy
God.
vetting. like, yeah, I need to talk to you at this point.
I sent
I
an
need to-
alt account into my server that was met with fury by Mandy. I was like, no, it's me, it's Liz. It's just me. It's okay.
Yeah, that's
You
funny.
know,
Jesus.
but that's the way we're like, because we that's, you know, we're not gonna let children into the server where we talk about adult things. You know, and you know, I'm fortunate enough to have people on my server that are right there in line with me. So, but you know, once again, my alt account even had a hard time getting in there. So, oh, JP's here.
Can I share?
Well, hey,
can I
JP,
share-
how's it going,
Hey,
buddy?
JP, what's going on? Are you recording,
I
JP?
guess I can't talk.
Hang on, wait a second.
Go
Y'all can
ahead,
keep this
hold on,
going.
I'll let-
Take turns. You know how you
Yeah,
guys know how
hold
to
on.
do this. Come on.
Let's let Angela talk.
Well, thanks.
Please don't.
When you're talking about social medias, like I've gotten people's YouTube accounts deleted on this fact that they would be held liable for damage that may cause because of said video. and it was gone within 3 hours. I had all my receipts, but when you talk to these different social media platforms, say about a pedophile, you bring forth your information, and that this is going to cause them damages to their bottom dollar, because that's all they care about. Okay, I'm concluded. Thank you for hearing me.
I told Discord, I was like, I'm gonna media blow up. I was like, I don't think you understand what I do for a living, because I will make a commercial out of Discord and the pedophiles, and I will put it in every major city. And I go, I wouldn't do that. And you can come get me if you want, because I'm not in the wrong.
Oh, Liz, could you get those ads aired in New York?
I can, absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
You know, I told Dan, I was like, I'll put this show in your local radio station, champ, and I'm not afraid of you. Okay, I fought fish much bigger than you.
And the other thing is, the government is already on things here, and that's all they need is a little tip that just kind of, puts a little ripple effect into stuff. And
the government is just like sex. Come on, baby, just the tip. And it's never just the tip.
Scott, how come you never talk to me like that?
Yeah, Scott. I mean, granted, what the subject's about, it's kind of inappropriate.
Liz, why don't we do a podcast together? You obviously know how to do this shit, and I am so full of charm, savoir-faire, and regalness. It's money.
I'm not too sure where this has went to, but let's get back on topic,
Scott.
please, shall we?
Yeah, can we get back to
No,
topic?
I already have my show with my...
I'm sorry.
Okay, Scott, that's nice, but can Liz get back to topic, though?
No, but
is this live, by the way?
It is
live.
Yes.
It is live.
You're live.
It's live! Yeah, thanks.
Jesus Christ, Scott, refrain yourself, please.
Hi, Jewish producer.
Hi, how are you?
You here to talk about pedophiles tonight? There's a pedophile. There's pedophiles everywhere. They're running around the internet. They're on Discord.
Can I just share?
No.
I think I told Mandy about this, but Asian Andy's server.
Oh.
When it has to do there's I used to be part of a live streamer server, and when I was 17, everybody was excited and were waiting for me to turn 18 because they didn't know what I looked like, and they were just, oh, it's Giger, she's gonna turn 18. Wait, guys, we can't wait till she turns 18.
Yeah, that was Purple Army,
You get
right?
that all the time.
Giger, that was Purple Army, right?
No, it was associated with Purple Army. It was Asian
Did you
Andy.
post all your pictures after that?
Yeah, I know about Asian Andy pretty extensively.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother topic. I might do a show with my boyfriend about that. If it's a whole fucking bullshit shit show.
In fact, I'm gonna go tag this guy on Twitter right now that this show's going on.
Yeah, look up Asian Andy.
Asian Andy.
Asian Andy is actually getting sued right now by a girl a woman live streamer on Twitch because I think he sexually assaulted her when she met up with him during the Texas storm.
Wait,
There you
what?
go. See?
Yeah.
This is recent?
This is recent. This is during when Texas had that big snowstorm.
Damn, he's that thirsty for fucking goddamn views now? He's that thirsty for fucking attention?
His ex-girlfriend, her name is Liz. She used to be a beauty YouTuber, and she deleted her YouTube channel. She sent my boyfriend on Instagram, on his Discords, he had a Instagram for his Discord. She sent him videos of both of them in an Airbnb in California, and it's her. They're on their bed, and she's like, "You raped me." And he's in the background saying, I'm sorry. And they're both on Xanax or something. They're all fucking drugged up. They're drug addicts. And
that's fucked.
I seem to find an association there, definitely a connection there with drugs, and somehow your moral compass gets thrown off there. It's love meth. And
I'm also, I just want to say, I'm paraphrasing. This is not what, I don't know if this is along the lines of what was said in the videos. I have copies of these videos.
Yeah, is the guy in jail?
No, he's not.
He's never went to jail, I think, once for anything.
Nope, never been to jail.
Yeah, he's been pretty much been scot-free for a while, like most of the other people from this Purple Army Discords.
Well, what happens here is that there's so many of them now, and once again, if society starts feeling bad for these people, once again, because they have every excuse of poor me, why me, all this is going on, and you're like, okay, whatever. Okay, you're gonna.
Well, that's their like
victims.
Sorry.
But the bigger problem with that is that now you have these sex trafficking rings with children in them. Somebody tried kidnapping 300 children one day, and like all of this is getting swept under the rug. So
we're in Boko Haram in Nigeria.
But still, it's not even just happening on social media, or the internet though. But what it's doing is it's empowering these people to go out and do it in real life, because they feel like now they have a reason or they have a way to escape it. You know, nobody talks about how many children go missing in the United States and never get found ever again every day. I help find these children, and I don't find them alive most of the time.
The people like Asian Andy and otherwise from those servers like that, they have this thing that's called like a wall of like protection of people that follow them around and don't care what the truth is about them. They're just trying to get entertainment from him, whatever they could get, right? They don't care if the truth is that he's a pedophile, he's a rapist, he's this or that. They still protect his name and sort of like try to keep everything under a rug as much as possible. I'm glad it's finally come to the surface.
He's a pedo supporter. Like, he's a pedo sympathizer. Let me pedo sympathizer, because he has like a main, like a big, like one of his friends is like a head admin in his Discord at the time. His name is Ferret, and we have folders, like a bunch of folders and like screenshots of him talking to underage girls. And this man at the time, he was like, I want to say 35. He's older now, but he was in his 30s at the time. And he's like, he doesn't work. He mooches off his dad. And he said, once my dad leaves, I'm going to kill myself because there's no reason for me to live. I can't do anything. I don't know how to do shit, really. Yeah, I know. But like,
he can die in jail, right? Or
he's he lives in the UK, and we don't know how to like. It's hard to, how to.
Well, they don't even kill pedos, man. They just fucking lock them up until they fucking die. Let them back out to do what they want.
I think what you do with pedos is making them be a part of the community service work labor force for the rest of their life in doing stuff like radioactive waste, all the unwanted and dangerous jobs like that.
Well, there's also sending the pizza man. Has anybody heard of that term?
Isn't that Hitman?
No,
I don't know what that is.
Boys in the jail, maybe the local jail. They send like 10, 15 pizzas to the deputies, and then one of the pizzas, you put the name of the offender, and they send Big Bubba into the jail cell with him. Then he's got a new cellie, and then he winds up in the infirmary in the morning because he needs to have his rectum sewed back up. I mean, I know a lot of people.
But see, they won't keep pedophiles in Maine with the rest of them anymore, because turns out even if you're a criminal, no matter what your deal is or why you're in there, what your crime is or what your charge is, turns out that you're not a pedophile, and they tend not to like pedophiles, so they can't even keep pedophiles.
They house them. They house them in a separate section.
To get to them.
Oh yeah,
protect them.
Protective custody.
Because
they should be put. Sorry.
They separate them from the general public, because the general public, the general population will attack them and kill them, which granted, that's how it should go for them, right?
But
they don't do that because, again, like I said, they see they're humans, they have rights, but
Yeah, it's because they don't want to encourage the prisons to look like just a hit squad.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry,
I used to document murder cases, and I heard some really horrible things, but that pizza man thing, that is the real deal. That is the real deal. They do stuff like that. And there's always a way to get to an offender. Or if you want to pay enough money, you can get it done. Not condoning it, by the way.
Well, yeah, money always
Hillary
talks.
Clinton and Epstein.
Hey, Paul Bernardo's still alive, little fucking bastard.
But yeah, like circling back around to that whole Dan situation, like this is like pretty serious.
It is very serious. This man does not feel like him showing his penis to children on the internet is wrong. He's on Twitter. He was on Twitter already arguing with me again this evening before I just showed him the link to the show. But he doesn't think there's anything wrong with that. And I go, you have to realize that no matter what your intentions were, I pointed out to you what you were doing was incorrect. And you are still arguing with me. You know, you are a 27-year-old man. You are showing your dick to children on the internet. Point blank, period. I don't care why. I don't care how much anime you watch. I don't care where your mind is mentally. I don't care what arrested development you suffer from. I don't care about that. You are showing your genitals to children on the internet. And what the server
That's
you're
a
running,
crime.
the kink/video game server baits children in and shows them your dick. And that is what you do. And that's exactly what
That
you
sounds
do.
like a fun place.
What
know.
what specific?
He wants to fucking.
What specific like? I'm sorry.
No,
can I
mean,
say
that's-
ask?
Go ahead. Yeah, you can. It's yeah.
Can I ask? What were his excuses like specifically? What was it?
He just denies the whole thing. We have screenshots and like someone like,
yeah,
hey,
he denied
I'm
it.
13.
He denied the whole thing, and that's why he went ahead and he changed his entire Discord, deleting all, or maybe possibly not deleting Discord. Can figure that one out, but he's removed all the channels and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's totally
Reconfigured. He's reconfigured it.
So then you can't. So then you can't actually go in there and see the shit that he's done, and more than likely he'll sit on it for a while till he opens it all back up.
Yeah,
but
Discord will always have a record of it. They will be able to see all the nefarious things that happened.
Yeah.
And there's a group in England that supports the rights of pedophiles. I forget the name of it. It's been in existence since the 70s. So,
yeah.
No, it's real.
Yeah, I never heard of this. What the hell?
Well, Twitter allows the hashtag pedosexuals, and they're the pedosexuals
What?
are trying to align with gay, lesbian, bi, trans.
LGBTQs.
Wait a second, that's actually true?
Yeah.
Bro, I was told by so many trans people that the LGBTQ wasn't going to do that. Like, I was told by so many of them.
They're not, and that's the thing, because they're like, no. But pedosexuals keep trying to, like, jam their way in there and, like, file underneath that organization, and as far as I know right now, they're not allowing it, but they're absolutely out there. Twitter's one of the ones that allows hashtag pedosexuals. And, like, Facebook doesn't allow that, but Twitter, you could find pedosexual groups all over the place there. And a lot of them will bring up, like, psychologists and how they support it, which coincidentally, a few psychologists followed Dan on his social media. You know? So that's why I'm like, this dude probably aligns with pedosexuals. And it's definitely
No, that's just wrong.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Because they're like, you should be free to love who you want. Their whole thing is like, it doesn't matter. Love is love, and if love is felt by a child and a man, then that's real love, and that's love. You can't stop us from loving who we love. And you're like, hold on here, no. We all know what's wrong with that. But Dan is one of these people who thinks it's okay to show his penis to children on the internet. He switched up his server. You have a channel now, but you still have to self-roll and self-identify to get to whatever to get to whatever. So, I mean, he hasn't done much. To open up all the channels, you have to self-identify now.
Well, Liz, there's a link in the chat room if you want to take a look at that. And I can't remember if that's the one in England or not. I didn't open it all the way.
Yeah, we have those in the United States. They're called pedosexuals.
Twitter
That's fucking fucked up.
started in the 70s, and one of the main people that was supporting everything, his moniker was Beat Off Bob. And he ruined the lives of many little boys. He was caught later, and, well, it's just...
it just disgusts me, the whole fucking thing.
Kind of reminds me of the map bullshit. The don't you like minor attraction persons?
Yeah, that's the same thing as pedosexual.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Twitter allows them to freely go around and do whatever, and they're, as far as I can tell, because I thought Facebook, when I first found this out, I was like, Facebook's toast, because I already have a hard-on for Facebook anyway, but Facebook surprisingly doesn't allow it, but Twitter is allowing it, and it's interesting because when you think about the political landscape of Twitter, and the way that they are, and they're just super defensive of, of pretty much anyone. I can't tell you how many times my account's been suspended, but... for me correcting somebody's grammar. It doesn't matter. But, the fact that they allow pedosexuals on there, considering how sensitive they are on political subjects, you're like, wow, that's just truly appalling. I haven't seen anyone on Instagram do that as far as I know, and Facebook doesn't allow it, but Twitter absolutely allows them to congregate on there and hashtag it and doesn't do anything about it.
Oh, what are we going to do about Twitter then? Ban it? Monopolize it?
God will deal with Twitter. You know, there's nothing we can do. This has gone so far into this now. You know, they've been trying to get into office. They've been trying to get into places for a long time, and that's why we see a shift in this, and that's why you see a lot more pedophiles in the street than you would see in jail, because they're trying to turn it into more of a sickness and trying to raise awareness and understanding with it without realizing who the new victims are. Or really thinking about who the new victims are. And they think that they can control them.
Should be executed and brutalized, but I also recognize that it's a legit, like, mental defect.
Right. But we know, so say you are a schizophrenic. Let's go to one of the worst ones. One of the worst ones where you're hearing voices. Right?
I thought you could say, imagine your son's father's
No. Imagine you are schizophrenic, and you're hearing voices,
guess what?
And you're like,
my kid is older than some people's sons are. In fact.
No, but imagine you're schizophrenic, and I went up to you, and I went, hey, having sex with a child should be okay. Even being a schizophrenic, be like, no, it's not. Your moral compass doesn't leave you. Your moral compass does not leave you in that situation, even in the worst mental illness situations. I feel like
don't get pissed at me.
Because what I'm saying is that because you know, just because you have a mental illness or you are attracted to children, you've been told that it is wrong, that those feelings are incorrect and those feelings are wrong. And that those feelings you shouldn't have those feelings, and you need to get help for those feelings, not act out on them. And so that's where I'm going at with that, is not necessarily that it's not a mental illness that shouldn't be addressed. I think it absolutely is a mental illness, and it absolutely should be addressed. But to sit there and go, they can't help themselves, they don't know the difference between right and wrong, they absolutely know the difference between right and wrong here.
Get them a coloring book that'll help teach them not to color into the brown holes.
You should, exactly, not to color into the brown holes. I agree. But, you know, it's just like, you've been told that it's wrong. You know by societal standards and speaking to people that it's wrong. You should know that showing your penis to teenagers when you're a 27-year-old man is wrong. You know, and you do it anyway. I don't feel bad for you. I know how you feel. I feel bad for I empathize with the way that you feel and that you have those feelings, but I don't empathize or feel bad for you acting out on them in the recourse that people feel when you act out on those feelings. You know,
you
that's
shouldn't
why
feel bad for it.
Exactly. We can't all go running around acting out even murderous rages. How many times have all of us like, I'm gonna kill that person? You know, imagine the world if we all just acted on impulse like that. You can't do that. And just because it's sex, it doesn't make it any different than going out and murdering someone when you're mad at them. You know, it's wrong.
Well,
it's wrong in some
You know, honestly, probably pedophiles is probably about the only thing that I have a complete objective, like, moral, like, lean towards as a wrong and just absolutely dreadful thing that should be handled accordingly by the way I see fit, which is by either the death of the individual or the suffering of it. Because honestly, I could give a care less if it is a mental disorder, if it is otherwise.
Wrong, mass murder, genocide.
I mean, yeah, but I'm meaning like the objective pull towards. I will always defend the idea of wanting this type of individual dead.
See, that's
like I feel like that whenever you look at it, like a person who's able to take control and take advantage of a.
This is indecent exposure, and when it's done to a minor, that makes it a felony. Each and every account would be a felony. So the district attorney for the area where the crime originated is what needs to be considered, and that can vary from state to state. Concluded.
Yeah, but now we have people sympathizing for them, like as if we needed to sit over there and freaking have people sitting at the gates of the fucking court, like trying to fucking protest against someone going to jail for this.
I hear you, but let's take care of the crime first. Liz?
Yeah, but the crime is that you take an advantage of a younger individual from you to where you have the experience of an adult and they have the absence-minded and the ignorance of a child or a teenager to the point to where you're able to take advantage of them full-heartedly and make them feel like they're doing something good whenever they're later in life going to regret what they did because they see what you have done. And you don't give two shits less about it and you will keep doing it until the day that you get called for it.
Well, and these are
Lars,
children.
I said take care of the crime first.
These are children.
Liz, what do you think of the indecent exposure and then when it's done to, especially if the person's under the age of 15, it's even worse.
I can't handle when things happen to children. This is why I'm not a pediatrician. This is why I could never work in like emergency medicine. This is why I could never do that, because when things happen to children, I can't handle it emotionally. I can't. I want to literally kill something when things happen to children, and so I can't handle it. Children are so innocent, and children are all heart, and they're driven by pure heart, and that's all they are. They're still learning, so there's not a lot going on upstairs except for a lot of learning, but they're all heart. And when you take that heart from them and you rip it out of them and you force them into this maturity and they lose their innocence, because there's something very precious about that, you know.
Yeah, there's something that developmentally will go wrong,
you know. And you're just
it's spiritual damage. I mean, complete spiritual the damage to the identity.
Okay.
Boundaries had been violated. We could
mental.
go on and on, but I say focus on the crime. Start from there and contact the DAs.
Well, yeah, focus on the crime. Get him out the way and go ahead and get some mental care that the child would need afterwards. Like, our mental health system in America is poor as fuck, dude. Like, the fact of the matter that it's not a mandated thing that a child should go seek, like, therapy from someone, and that should be something that should be affordable and or, like, free on the house that the government automatically gives you if you can't afford it, is absolutely appalling to me that people are able to go through traumatic events like this, and the first thing that happens is, okay, well, let's just walk away and go to sleep tonight. You know, like, it's fucking crazy.
You know, instead of getting help, and instead of getting the help they need, which they clearly need, and our system is really crap, that way they go to the internet and they find outlets for it, and now you have a Neverland Ranch server, you know, and then that's what you have. You know, you got someone who's dealing probably most likely with emotional trauma this way. You know, he's trying to be supportive to other people. He thinks, that's the thing, he doesn't think what he's doing is wrong. He knows the difference between right and wrong, but it wasn't, I don't think I think there's no way I'm the first one that explained it to him this way. Like, what you are doing, sir, by doing this is absolutely incorrect. You should stop this. And he still thinks he's in the right. And I'm like, no, you're not. And we all know you delete stuff. This is the internet. Nothing ever really goes away. You know, you gotta be really careful on the internet. So, but he thinks he's in the right, or at least he's gonna try to convince people he is. And in that case, I don't really care. So again, from the beginning of the show, I'm like, I've fought bigger fish than you before, champ. Like, this isn't my first rodeo with people of the internet thinking, you know, whatever they're thinking. You happen to be the first pedophile that's tried to go at me this way. But, you know, luckily for me, I deal with people like him every day. So, you know.
I had no idea exactly what
type of other diamonds that we can collect, not just this decent exposure to a minor. There has to be some other things that are bad in his life.
Well,
we can't get him for that. Let's get him for something else.
When you
grooming,
talk about this,
selling probably child pornography, probably other things of that nature, possibly paying for sex otherwise, possibly in his real life.
So I'm thinking maybe he has he probably has an expired driver's license. He's probably driving without insurance. Because someone that will do that has no boundaries. They're a menace to society, and there has to be other problems around this person, not just that.
Well, you probably get him on conspiracy. He is trying to gear people and gear them towards Nicole's server. So Nicole being in the situation that she's in, with his affiliate servers. And he's saying Judge Judy and Tom Cruise hang out with Nicole, everyone, by the way. Just to let you know. And I went on Twitter, I go, hey, Judge Judy and Tom Cruise, are you guys in this pedo server over here? Because they say you are.
I don't...
But, you know, with that, you know, because of all the stuff Nicole's going through, and however the timeline of events like that go, you probably get them on conspiracy to commit a crime as well, you know? So, It's unfortunate.
Well, as a person who kind of, I guess, knew him on a very, very, very bleak very minute amount of personal, like, I didn't really know him as a person until he invited me to that server, and he said that he remembered me from the den, and I was like, okay, I might remember you, whatever. So I joined into his server, and I was talking to him. I didn't really think much of what the hell the server was. Like, I didn't really think much of it, and then I was told what it was, and I left it immediately. Like, that shit freaked me out. But from what I understand of him, he's a sex addict, for one. He definitely has some psychological issues and narcissism. He most definitely has delirium, and otherwise is definitely a pedophile as well. That's probably what I picked up off of him from just by the interactions I had with him there.
Yeah. No, I was reading some stuff, so people from the den were talking about him too, especially being in their DMs. And, you know, he wouldn't even know how old they were. And he's in their DMs asking to hook up. We were able to trace him back to the Meet Me app, where he just goes and tries to meet people from. And oh my god!
No, what
I would
what
say
confuses
be
me
careful
is
of
why.
offering advice, or not advice, evidence. Be careful of offering evidence.
Yeah, no, I agree. Except for they were posting it publicly, and
I know,
it's already
but,
out there anyway.
he probably thought no one was looking, and it was a sense of empowerment for him. Probably concluded.
Dude is a weird dude. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I cannot talk about this pedophile anymore tonight. We'll talk more, and I'll to be quite honest, pedophiles make my skin crawl. This topic makes my skin crawl because I've seen the outcome of it. You know, I know what happens. I know I've seen this movie before, and I never enjoy the ending. And so, hopefully things change. I hope that this person, Dan, I hope that things change. You know, you want to have a video game server? Have a video game server, dude. You want to have a sex server? Have a sex server. You know?
Yeah. Liz, this is what I don't understand is how come Twitter has a sexual pedosexual
hashtag on
hashtag
pedosexual.
Pedosexual.
Yeah.
Why is they allowed that? Sorry?
I would think they would.
Well, maybe that's for a different show.
Yeah, that might be for a different show. But I've been talking about this for an hour and 40 minutes now. I'm gonna play the ABC song one more time, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the show for tonight. But yeah, I mean, once again, please. All you listeners out there, if you are showing your genitals to children on the internet, please stop. I ask you, please stop now. Find Jesus. Do whatever you need to do to stop showing your genitals to children on the internet.
Amen.
Discord.
Everybody say amen.
No one in general wants to see your genitals. Unsolicited pictures.
But I love showing my genitals to children.
Oh gosh.
I wouldn't say that about me right now. Mm-mm.
But, that's
My
not
God.
cool. Discord is a gaming platform. You can expect that most people here
Wow.
are children.
Sorry, Mandy.
So, it's not cool. Stop doing it. I appreciate everyone who came into Voice tonight. I really appreciate in your input.
I appreciate you coming here.
Yeah, I'm going to join
Great
you guys
show.
back. Thanks. I'm going to rejoin you guys right after this song and ending, and I'll be right back. So,
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. Just stop showing your genitals to children on the internet. Listen to the show. Listen to what we're telling you. Find some sound advice, and know that I don't know who you are, Dan. Whoever you are, I don't know who you are. I mean, I do now, but I don't care who you are. What I care about is you showing your genitals to children on the internet. As far as Mistress Nicole goes, I don't know what to tell you either, but I can't see great things happening to you, because you also show your body parts to children on the internet. Most people are not okay with it. I think as a society, we need to do better when it comes to calling people out on it, especially you, Discord. Discord, you were the biggest disappointment out of all of this. You know what's going on. You know it's wrong, yet you continue to enable guys like that and try to disable people like me and all these people like you heard tonight. And so I think a commercial's in line, and you can have your attorney go ahead and contact mine in that case, because I told you I'm not going to stop. Unless you want to stop pedosexuals, pedophilic servers, whatever it's called. You end this stuff from happening, then you can go ahead and end my complaining about it. Alright, folks, I'm going to give you the last song break, and we'll see you next time for the next People of the Internet show. I am Liz WTF of the Liz WTF podcast. I have other shows coming up, including Solely Holy Podcast, Defective Reality Radio, Skits and Giggles, and you are listening to People of the Internet. Take care, everyone. God bless. Wake up, and we'll see you next time.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to another episode of the Never Ending Shit Show on the Liz WTF podcast series. You can hear more episodes of our podcast on YouTube, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Apple, Amazon, and other podcast platforms. For older Liz WTF shows, questions about content, show contributions, to be a guest on the Liz WTF show, or to have Liz WTF be a guest on your show, or for other information on how you can start your own podcast, you can always email us at lizandwtfpodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow and like the show on Twitter. And if you want to live chat with us during our show, you need to subscribe and sign up on Spreaker.com, because that is our main platform where we have our live shows and we interact with you personally. Once again, everyone, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.